Yeah, I think that's how a camera works, right? Been about 2 years since the last time I uploaded an actual video, so... Hi?
Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh, and that is a phrase that I have not said in a very long time. Now, you might be thinking, holy fuck, who are you? Well, yeah, it's been a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted to make a video on where I'm at, and I feel like I owe it to the people who still kind of follow me on social media or on Twitch as to what's been going on. So I feel like I should start with a little bit of explanation. Obviously, people who have followed my channel know that links weren't really an entertaining thing for me. I didn't like the mechanic. And from then, it kind of destroyed a lot of my creativity and love for the game. The reason for that was we had a big period before links were actually brought out in the game. I think it was like 6 months. And it felt like any deck that I wanted to buy cards for, to build deck profiles, or anything that I wanted to look into, would essentially be pointless because it was going to be, you know, just obsolete by the time the link mechanic came out and the changes to the game happened. Obviously, back then, anything from the structure deck, anything from the extra deck was going into the link zone, and you couldn't just put it anywhere else. I'm glad they revised that, and that's kind of one of the things that I've been quite happy with. But fast forwarding to the past 6 months, say, and again, anyone who knows me, I've been very busy with my job. That is my priority, always will be, unfortunately. YouTube was never something that I wanted to live off, never something I wanted to make money from. Like, in a sense, you know, it was nice to have a bit of money, but coming from it, but other than that, it was never like a driving factor. It was always, I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the creation process of making videos and building decks, and it was interesting, and that's why I did it. And I loved being able to put out content for people to get feedback on it, who loved it, who hated it, who wanted to see different things, who wanted to see the same stuff I was always doing. It was good. But obviously that creativity killed it. I then fell back and behind on the knowledge base of the game. While I wouldn't call myself the most competitive player or the best player in the game by any stretch of the imagination, I had a good knowledge of the card base, the interactions, and just kind of all that side of it, the technical side of the game. Obviously, if you're out of a game for a very long time, you lose that. So there's a lot of interactions, even decks, that I don't really know of, and I don't really understand how they work. And that is a very sad thing for me because it makes me feel vulnerable, and then I can't, you know, play the game. Obviously, that's just something that comes with time. But the reason kind of for making this video is to discuss where I'm at. Over the past 6 months, I've been getting back into the game. If you follow me on social media or whatever, you'll know I've been picking up decks. I'll have been looking into certain things, and I do have a certain deck built. This might sound weird, but I actually have Sprite built. Yes, I know I have succumbed to the meta, but I do have the Sprite deck. I have the Jizu deck, not a Jizu deck. Obviously, we don't have that yet, but I have the tier deck as well. Mainly because I got a case of the newest set, Power of the Elements, because it's such a good case, and got both decks in it, so that was really good. I've been going around and I've been buying up things for a collection. There's lots of things in here that you may or may not want to see. That's probably the most ridiculous obsession, but you know, tunes are always my favourite thing. I have lots of stuff in here that's, you know, your kind of meta stuff that you need to play competitively again. And kind of brings me to my next point. I'm back playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So what does that mean for YouTube? What does that mean for me in being in the public eye, let's say? It's a weird one. Not gonna lie to you. I still don't have a lot of personal time to create, lots of YouTube videos. I used to have a ridiculous schedule back in the day where I used to do 5 videos a week. That was a lot of time and a lot of effort that was required. I kind of flirted with the idea of streaming way back. This was before like Twitch was really popular in the community. Twitch is still popular, but it wasn't really popular within the community. You didn't have people like Distant Cody, you didn't have people like Farfar being like really massive. It was a small following, and it was a good outlet back then. Now it's massive, and it's really good, and it's really great to see so many different types of content creators on there, and it kind of inspired me a lot. Like, honestly, when I was taking a big break and wasn't really paying much attention to Yu-Gi-Oh, I unfollowed a lot of channels on my YouTube just because I didn't really want to see them. I wasn't really interested in it. There was a couple that I still kept on, like Lithium. I always keep an eye on Lithium and House of Champs and that. It's always nice to see that information. But there was one that I really followed, and that was Distant Coda, and I followed his streams a lot, and it's really cool. And he's kind of inspired me a little bit to really follow streaming. Funny story, I was out in Montreal a few months ago because I was out there for work, for training staff over there. I met up with him, and it was really cool. So we had a good game of like pool, had some drinks and all that. I beat him at pool. Sorry, dude. I beat you 4-1. What do you want me to say? And it was great fun. And it's I've been talking to him here and there about stuff. I've been talking to some old Yu-Gi-Oh friends, and it's really nice just to be able to talk with it again. Going to locals more. I haven't played yet in locals just because I've been getting the decks together. And it's nice because I'm actually interested in the game again. Like, actually interested. I wasn't going to make a video like this without feeling like I can commit, and that I know that I can commit and not just do what I did last time where I gave it like a half-assed attempt and dropped off, because I don't think that's fair for you guys. I think it's selfish to just leave you hanging because I don't know where I am. And if you know me, you'll know that I always try to be open and upfront and honest with regards to what I'm doing. So I think this is more of a video to say I'm back, but not in the way I used to be back. I'm really giving it a go with Twitch. I really want to make that work for me. Last week, I did 3 streams. That's the most streams I've done consistently in years. So if you are interested in like the streaming aspect of content creation and that, and just me in general, I would advise you to pop over to Twitch. I'm probably going to do another one tonight. One of the main factors of that is Master Duel. Obviously that's a really great tool to use for content creation and being able to do streams, but there's lots of other bits and pieces I can do. Primarily they're going to be all Yu-Gi-Oh based, the streams. Maybe in the future I'll branch out into some other games. I don't know. But I want to stay core to the fans and I would say what I know and love. That's been a bit of a weird one in the past years. But what I'm getting back into and what I used to love, and I feel like I still do love it. There's the other side of it is the social media side. I'm very kind of active now on Twitter and to a slightly lesser degree Instagram. The reason for that is that I use Twitter and Instagram to start testing the waters for if I could do content creation again. The way that I thought about it was that if I could keep up with posting videos, interacting with people, then everything would follow, right? Kind of has worked. I like post cards on there, I post pictures on the Instagram. Twitter is a lot of like interactions and talking about the meta and that. So it is quite interesting. A lot of people will probably be asking, will I ever make videos again? And I haven't really given that a dedicated answer yet. The only reason is because I refer back to what I said earlier. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. If I manage to be able to do a couple of videos a month, maybe something like that, while I start to do it, I feel like that might be something to do. There's one thing that potentially I can do, and that's what a lot of people do, and that's kind of stream clips or stream videos where the highlights are edited, right? Personally, I don't like that type of content for me. I feel like while it's a useful way to use content, a good way to recycle it, I feel like it might be not the greatest way, because I feel like you guys might think it's a cop-out for me making videos. If you don't think that, if you think you would like to see clips like that, nicely edited, whatever, you know me, I like editing, I can probably get back into it. Let me know, because I will look at facilitating that. That's not a problem. And that might be able to kind of, again, be a good route back into doing videos. I already have the content there, so I'm saving myself time. I just need to do post-production on it, so on and so forth. So if it is something, do let me know. If you guys are not keen on it, it's not a problem. I just want to understand kind of where people are, because I'm sure people have got their opinions of what I used to do. They'll probably change as to what I did want to do, and now what you might expect from me going forward. I'm sure a lot of people don't expect much. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are not fans of me anymore, and that's totally fine. Totally appreciate it. That's not a problem. I never did this to please the masses. It was to please the few that enjoyed the content, and I'm forever grateful for those people, because it's something that I've really missed from the community. Being able to interact with the community, see them at events, see them at locals, all of that was really fun. And that's what I really miss. And that's been a big part of me these past years that I've not been doing it, that I have missed. The friends that I have in the community, like my best mate, Mike from the Brotherhood, I'm wearing the shirt here, running the locals. It's literally him and his family are like my closest friends. Like, they mean so much to me. I was literally with them last night. It's what we do throughout my period of not playing. That is the one constant. That family has been the one constant in my life, that has original ties to Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's something that I really do miss. I have a ghost. I still talk to a lot of old Yu-Gi-Oh friends, as I said. I'm hoping that, without announcing anything or whatever, I am hoping to go to YCS Pasadena. That will be a very cool thing, because there are a lot of people, a lot of old Yu-Gi-Oh friends that I've never met, never had the chance to meet. Some that I have, and it would be like one of the best things ever. I always said, when I was doing content creation, I always said one of my main goals is to be able to go to a big American event and meet everyone. And I know obviously the following I had then versus now is so much smaller, but that doesn't matter. If people remember me, if they want to see me, they want to have a chat, that's great. I would absolutely love to do that. It would be so fun to do. And then to see the old friends that I talk to, like I used to talk to a lot, still talk to now, it would mean the world to me. So I know this video is long, and I know that I'm rambling. You can tell I'm rusty with this. But I really felt like I owed you guys a video and an explanation as to where I am and what I plan for the future. There was a reason why I never said I'm quitting. I'm flat out quitting, the channel's gone, because I always wanted to leave it open, because I always saw a route back, but certain things needed to be sorted out first, and then I could look at it. I still have a whole host of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I never really got rid of anything. I still have all my old decks. I still have Herald. I still have Skull Servant. I have obviously the new decks now. I have so much that's, kind of garbage now. I'm not going to lie, apart from the new stuff, that wouldn't really be good, let's say. I could look at always trying to bring them back and rebuild them, and that is something that I am enjoying currently. While you might roll your eyes at the Splight deck, I'm really enjoying finding consistency in outside of the engine, as in you've obviously got the sprite combo, as you would do, but like the consistency, the hand traps, looking into to the statistics of it all, is really something that I really enjoy doing, and it's kind of brought me back quite a lot. So even I know I was never known for meta decks, and I know some people might frown on me, or frown, look down on me, whatever. It's one of the reasons I've got back into it. So if anything, there's that. So long story short, if you've skipped towards the end to see if there's anything interesting, the TLDR version of this video is I'm kind of back. I'm mainly like 95% going to be on Twitter, not on YouTube right now. If people find the idea of Twitch highlights or something like that useful or good or something that they would watch, then I can look into doing that. Twitter, and to a lesser extent Instagram, is where I am at. It's what I'm going to be doing from a social media standpoint, so if you use those platforms, please do follow them, and their interactions can happen there. And that's where I'm at. I'm really giving this Twitch thing a go. I think I've got enough stuff around me to be able to do it. I think that if I'm still in a good place and if I do go Pasadena, I will look at doing a vlog. I will look at, doing things like that. And that might be the route back. I don't know. I do have a girlfriend who I live with. So there are things in my personal life that will obviously take precedent. It's not like I live on my own anymore where I can just pile all my spare time into Yu-Gi-Oh! There are other things in my life that do take priority. But I feel like no one can really look down on me for admitting that. As I said, I'd rather be upfront and explain my position. I do want to come back. I'm trying. Like, Twitch is a good route back, I think, and also Twitch is an interesting thing for me because it means that I can hopefully learn some of the old mechanics, but the old decks that I might still run into, the new interactions, the new decks, kind of on Master Duel, but I'll always switch over to Dueling Book or something like that, to be able to change it up and increase my knowledge of the game again. So I guess that's it. I guess that's where we're at. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of promises that I don't want to make. But just collecting some of these cards here has really been nice, to be honest. It's been good to be able to chase after cards again, go through my old stuff, and be able to play again. You can say I've always been a fan of high rarity. Well, here's all your high rarity stuff as well. It's I'm trying. If this doesn't get me back into stuff, what will? But yeah, so I don't know. I might try and do some videos of what collection stuff I still have. Maybe if people would be interested in that. I kind of want to do some high end. I always like doing high end content creation with a high ceiling on the production value. So maybe I might look into stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas that I have. It's just a lot of time. I also don't want to burn myself out, so I'm taking my time. That's why I've got Twitch. I feel like Twitch is a really good way to do it. And then going forward, we shall see. But if you guys are interested in Twitch, I'd really love it if you go over and follow. The goal is to get affiliate, I think it is, yeah. Get affiliate and sit on that. That'd be really nice, just to give me a bit of flexibility in the way that I can stream. Offering things like the emotes and all the usual stuff. I will be honest, I'm a little bit behind on how Twitch works from a subscriber standpoint. I would never ask anyone to subscribe. A follow is more than enough. But I will have that option for people if they so wish to do so, hopefully in the future when I keep going. So that is it, guys. Thank you. It's been a long time. This has been a long video. It's nearly 20 minutes. But I am planning on things. I am trying. I'm nearly loving the game again. I think I'm as close to, if not the closest to having the love that I used to have again. And I am sorry for how long I have been away, but I hope that this is the start of chapter 2. because once I get going, there shouldn't be any stopping me, and it'd be really good to be able to go out to events and see people again, because that is something that COVID took away from us, and I think that it's one of the most important and best bits about the community and about Yu-Gi-Oh itself. So that is it. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Try not to be too scared about me returning and shocked. I realise it's been a while, but hopefully we'll get there. Cool, guys. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. Hopefully I haven't bored you to death, but I shall see you all on Twitch, and maybe very soon, maybe in the near future, see you with some more videos.